start and then sort of falling away at the end? Is that sort of how you saw the campaign?
Yeah. Just the consistency of everything. Just playing for 40 minutes, playing games consistently, back-to-back games, playing well. Just the ups and downs. So I just thought, we struggled overall. Players, coaches, we all could have been better, but it was just inconsistent all year.
What would you have done differently? I guess there were injuries and things like that. The offense was never really a problem, but what sort of leaps out at you as things if you had your time?
I don't know. I'll go back and look. I'm not one that I would change anything. It is what it is. We lost. I'm not. If we did this, we would have won. I'm not that kind of guy. So I'll go back, watch, evaluate. Just be better for next year. So I just truly have to go back and see.
You talk about next year. Are you confident that you can turn this around for next year?
Yeah, 100%.
What's the thought process for you like, mate? I mean, you put your heart and soul into this as a group, you personally. You haven't had to experience this for the last 2 and a bit years, so it's a different emotion right now.
Yeah, I mean, every team bar one has to feel this at some point.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. I had the utmost confidence in this group, and from the jump, it was a team that was capable of going all the way, and it doesn't always go that way.
You broke down a lot offensively, particularly in the second half. I think you held to 29 points, but it seemed a lot of the times the ball stuck, and there was a lot of ISO ball going on, guys trying to make plays. I mean, rather than the team concept, is that sort of again a microcosm of what was going on throughout the season? Do you think?
I mean, I think offensively we were pretty solid throughout the whole year. The Breakers are really good at getting you out of your stuff and being physical, and they want to create a grindy situation where the other team ends up trying to go one out. And we did a good job sometimes, and other times we played into it, and that's the nature of it. But it's a product of how they play defense first and foremost. I think we have the guys that are capable of scoring, for sure.
So what's the next couple of weeks look like for you? Is just take a break, get away from it, and think about what you're going to do next year?
Yeah, I'll sort it out. The landlord is vacating us out of our apartment right now, so they're selling our apartment. So I've got 2 weeks to get out of there, and I presume I'll be leaving my partner with that to go and play somewhere else, which is unfortunate. And she loves these press conferences, so she'll appreciate the shout out. So there's a bit of water to go under the bridge with the Kings yet, and we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I'm hoping to keep playing.
Dude, I know you talked about not second guessing yourself or whatever. Was there any thought made to double teaming Jackson Cartwright to get the ball, just blitzing and get the ball out of his hands, make someone else beat you on the night?
Yeah, definitely there were some thoughts on that.
But just didn't execute it.
No, we just decided not to.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I mean, I'll do the same. I mean, they scored 83 points, so I'll take that any day of the week.
And Angus Glover again not getting any minutes. What was the reason for that?
Just felt rotations and matchups.
Okay.
Are you on the Zoom?
Yeah, I'll jump in. Mahmoud, now that you have finished your first season in the NBL, how do you reflect on it? Did everything in the NBL stack up to what you were expecting?
To be honest, to give you a reflection, 30 minutes after our last game is, I'd be lying to tell you if I've reflected on the season yet. So you can check in a couple weeks and I'll let you know.
Thank you. What are we just heard from Geordie what his plans are now straight away. What are your plans now? Do you stay in the country? Do you try to get back home for a visit? What are your immediate plans?
We'll see. Talk to the wife, talk to the guys, make sure they're good, see what the plans are. For these guys, make sure they're in a good place, make sure they have their schedule and everything set out, and then I'll worry about myself and figure it out from there.
Do you start planning right now for next season? Does this start tomorrow? Is it that quick, or when does the planning start?
We've started a couple weeks ago. And honestly, I mean, you always have to be prepared. It's just like the playoffs. We've been preparing for the playoffs since day one of the season. But yeah, we've already started preparing for next season.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Anyone else? Just on that mood, do you foresee, is this the group, do you think, that can turn this club back to where they were before you got here? Like, do you see big changes in the off season? What does that look like?
Yeah, once again, same thing. I mean, we have to go back and reflect, just see. You have to go back, reflect, look at everything from what I was doing, the coaching staff, the players, just where we can be better, in everything. It doesn't matter whether it's on court, in the locker room, pick and choose. So I think we got a great group of guys in the locker room, Could you adjust? Yeah, of course, when you lose games, everyone feels that you need to make some changes. But I like the group that we have. At the end of the day, we started the season off well, and we just once again hit the wall, and we just couldn't break through. So I think the guys that we have in the locker room can do that. But we'll sit back and evaluate once again over the next couple of weeks.
How hard now, I guess, in retrospect, you to make it when you have guys like DJ Hogan, Jalen Galloway just struggling to stay fit, which with injuries basically throughout the whole year?
How hard does it make to get them in the rotations?
Well, as in, I guess, how hard does it make it for you, what you want to do when you have two guys that you come into the season going, that'll be probably pretty crucial when they just can't really stay on the court? Honestly,
it is what it is. Like I said, I mean, I don't go back and look like, Quats was out for a month. DJ, I think missed 17 games if I'm not mistaken. JG missed a number of games. You can pick and choose, but at the end of the day, me and the staff, I thought we prepared Fleur, Kicks, Gus, Kane. I thought they did a great job with the preparation, but just where I've coached in the G League, I've had guys called up 45 minutes before the game, and I've lost 4 or 5. I lost my entire starting lineup sometimes. So if someone gets hurt, I just got to move on and think about the next guy up. So we got a talented group. Like I said, I mean, we make a few more shots in a few more games, and I thought we made some good plays. We just couldn't finish. I mean, it's a whole different story, but it is what it is.
Anyone else on the Zoom?
You guys enjoyed it. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.